I have few questions for you. Does dating actually suck more today, or does it just feel worse because we see everyone's opinions online? And if dating is so broken, why do people still keep trying instead of opting out completely? And why are we struggling with dating itself or with the expectations around dating? As well as why does it feel like everyone is tired of dating but is still obsessed with talking about it? Yep, those are some of the questions that can definitely make you think about this. So yeah, in this video we're just going to be talking about like this gender war that is going on nowadays on social media. Am I part of it? Not really. Like, I usually just watch some wholesome reels of couples and I just like that reel, comment something wholesome, cute, and maybe a puppy, crying or something like that. Yeah, like, it kind of feels funny to me, so I do it. Because the main thing is like, why do some people feel overwhelmed by options while others don't? Like, that is a real question I had. Because thing is, a lot of people say like social media has ruined dating because of social media. There are like people think like they have infinite options, and I'm like, that is unrelatable, man. Like, for me, I'm like, when I see like attractive women like in life, I'm like, god damn, she's gorgeous, but like, yeah, I appreciate her femininity, beauty, all that stuff, but then I'm like, okay, let's move on. Yeah, that's it. Like, when I choose a partner, I like intentionally choose who I want to put efforts for, I don't like, try to claim a woman like a trophy. I feel like a lot of guys are just, starving for validation. Maybe that is the reason they have a issue with this. Dating apps obviously makes this 10 times tougher. This is another reason obviously why you should focus on offline dating, even though it is kind of tough nowadays. A lot of people say like they find love of their life on dating apps, but I'm like, they are exceptions, they are not the rule. Okay, don't let that bias get to your head. So yeah, that is something. Another thing is like, is being attracted to someone supposed to mean you must pursue them? Answer that question obviously right now. Then when did attraction turn into urgency instead of appreciation? Why does intentional dating feel rare? Like, okay, fuck. Like, ChatGPT gave me some really, really, really nerdy questions. Like, obviously, I asked ChatGPT to give me some questions to talk about this topic because obviously I can't just read a whole ass script. I'm not a robotic nigga, but like, whatever. It's just repeating the same points. As you can see, I've already talked about it. So, next thing is like online dating and biology. Yeah, like, when we think about dating apps, I feel like they are just capitalizing on our loneliness. Because thing is, women get bombarded. First of all, from my whole observation, women just don't use dating apps that much. Like, I live in India, so specifically here it's like completely different. Here, like, there are like four times guys that of like girl, like maybe like 1:4 or 1:5 sometimes, even there is one guy, there's like one, I mean, like, there's only one girl and there are like four guys, and I'm like, those four guys are obviously going to get ignored by the girl because she's getting overwhelmed with those four guys. And naturally, girls are selective anyways, so like, she will obviously ignore even 40 guys' messages. And like, guys, try to do that infamous method of just spamming likes on even the plus size women, and I'm just like, yeah, you shouldn't use dating apps because of that main reason. Girls don't even use dating apps that much. It's mainly guys. And that's why, like, women a bunch of time they don't even have to pay for those subscriptions. They just have to, just exist, be there. And guys, they have to, like, I have seen, man, like, I saw some Tinder plus some shit like that mega package. It used to cost like 250 or $500. Like, I was like, what the fuck? Like, I think you guys is like rent cost that much, like $500, like diabolical, diabolical. It's just capitalizing off of loneliness. Like people like multi-text with people, random people. Like, I mean, like different people parallelly. Do you think like it existed back in the day? Like, yeah, you can say like people used to cheat and all that stuff, but the thing is like that's a different thing. There's something called novelty. That was a factor. That's why a bunch of people used to get in conflicts, or like get into infidelity maybe, like, but you know those were the bad old days, you can say. The main point is like people used to not, like, let's say I'm interested in a girl, like I'm not going to talk with her bestie and like some random chick from different uni, and like all those 4 or 5 girls at the same time, or even the girl doing the same, vice versa. That was not something that used to happen back in the day. you know we used to only give full commitment to one person at a time, and if it didn't work out, we can just move on and get try again, with another one. That's just how things were. Nowadays, like, I have seen a lot of girls complain about he just ghosts me, and I'm like, well, of course he ghosts you because probably he was like, parallel dating with some other chick as well, and she felt more interesting. She gave him more dopamine, I guess. But that's why he gave up on you, and I'm like, yep, that's the commitment issue. Nowadays people are also fearful of intimacy. There's so much negativity on social media, and the worst case scenarios always gets amplified by algorithm, and those people, like, they know they are going to go viral, so they, like, misleads us by adding extra unnecessary false details into the story to make their partner seem more bad in general. Like a lot of girls, have been abusing the therapy language by saying, like, all of their exes were narcissistic. I'm like, if all of your exes were narcissistic, maybe you had some mental health issue. Like, you had some mental health issues, not them. you know I feel like safety is like one of the biggest things that everyone wants, or at least I can say deserves. Okay, whatever. The next point is like gender wars and media. Yeah, like, one thing I've observed, like, a lot of like men and women, like, use the terms like all men or all women are like this and that, and I'm like, how can you generalize like that? Like, women who use like therapy talk and say like they love a man who has intelligence, emotional intelligence, and you like generalize all men like that, and I'm like, don't you feel like you don't have that much emotional intelligence? Maybe you have low empathy generally, that you are not even willing to understand men's problems. And think about like the social media in general is like the loudest crowd, the people who make these gender war type of reels, like those are the miserable people, okay, and they obviously get amplified. Other people also see that, but the healthy ones, the people who are genuinely in love, in healthy relationships, like they don't post videos about being happy together, okay, and even if they do, it's not gonna get it's not gonna go viral, okay, because our brain gets triggered by that one single comment of negativity. 100 positive comments, yeah, who cares? That one negative comment, or like boom, now I will die or some shit like that. You know the deal. Negativity bias, like it is a pretty common thing. I think most people realize by now. I even like started thinking about this cause Tommy Tommy NFG is a black dude. I was watching his video. He was making fun of Black Pill, and I was like, obviously, I have been part of Black Pill, so like, I wanted to see his reaction. I kind of fuck with his content, so like, yep. And like, one of the comment under that video was saying like dating has become so much worse now, and I'm like, well, there is a hopeful side that I have realized, and I'm obviously going to talk about that hopeful side because I'm a really optimistic person. I genuinely believe in manifestation in terms of like there are infinite opportunities and possibilities in this world. You can literally choose the reality you want. You can be a doomer and follow the nihilistic path, or you can be a hopeful, joyful nigga like me. Okay, on the serious note though, let's talk about like the positives of our generation. One of the main positives of our generation is like we are really really self-aware, like not like specifically self-aware, but like we are really aware of our surrounding. Like we know there is a term called self-improvement. Like I don't believe past generations were thinking I need to become a better mother or better partner, like stuff like that. That shit exists only in this generation, and of course it's gonna get better along the lines. Gen Alpha will obviously do better. You can have faith in them. So thing is like about self improvement, obviously, we have access to internet, chat GPT, so many people giving so many great advice, as well as a lot of people obviously giving misinformation. So we gotta stay away from like, you know, Andrew Tate and like Iman Gagin, like people like those, you get the point, Hamza. But there's like so much stuff available online. You can literally just get any course or books for free and just learn, understand people better. And therapy exists now. You can go for couples therapy, make your relationship better. Like, there are tools pretty easily available now. I'm not going to talk about like affordability. I know therapy costs bunch of money, but at least the fact that we are more willing to change as a generation, more willing than our previous generations, just speaks volume to me, like how much we are like better than the past generations. Also the next point is like emotional literacy is genuinely higher today, and I'm like yeah, like nowadays people talk about consent, having boundaries, empathy is valued now. Like back in the day people used to say gentle people are weak, but thing is like it takes more efforts to be gentle, and people actually appreciate that side of human. you know Nowadays I try to be gentle person, even though I feel like just breaking somebody's bone and shit like that, get those murderous thoughts in my mind sometimes, like really really devilish thoughts. Like I still chose to be gentle. I'm like, it's okay, I can do better, and obviously emotional safety is something nowadays we think about. Older generations, they just survived, and we want to you know feel safe and understood. We want to be accepted unconditionally. Yeah, a lot of people also say like unconditional love doesn't exist. Thing is, it's intentional. Like, you need to choose your partner every single day for the rest of your life. That's the main thing. Even your exes definitely loved you, but they couldn't love you forever. They couldn't choose you every single day. That's we can say that line. And just forgive our exes, how they hurt us and stuff like that. It is what it is. And even now I feel for protecting and providing for your woman, for example, previously it was about you know having money and being you know fit and all that stuff. You don't nowadays have to get into physical fights so much nowadays. Instead, you need to be, it's more mental nowadays. Like, you need to plan your dates and experiences you're going to have with your partner for long term. She's gonna get really annoyed when you forget about your anniversary. Like, that is a really bummer if that happens. Then just solving problems intelligently, taking people's help online, and just being emotionally present, and overall being, like Bruce Lee says, be like water, be adaptable. you know it is what it is, say like that, and just adapt to the situation. Like, that is modern masculinity, being resourceful instead of rigid, and learning over ego and solutions over dominance. Like, yeah, I read that off word by word from ChatGPT, but it felt fire. Okay, ChatGPT was writing that fire emoji in Instagram and TikTok. You see, I really fuck with this cause it genuinely feels good. Like, I feel like I finally have choice. I have freedom. Tataka! Okay, the next one is one thing that is really good, at least from Indian context, is that you are not going to be stuck in a arranged marriage forever. Like, thing is, a lot of the women here, I feel hate their men so much. Not in every single scenario, but in at least some cases, cause they literally can't leave their partner cause of society. Like, here, divorce rate is literally 1%. Like, come on, not every couple is perfectly made for each other. So resentment and all that stuff kicks in. Of course, a lot of the women stay there cause of children, but nowadays, you can just walk away. Like, I think divorces are more common now. Like, this is something I shouldn't talk about, I feel like, cause I don't have too much idea about this. I guess just sign up prelim, and you won't lose half of your property after a divorce. Yeah, that's about it. And the main thing for me is the fact that I was able to learn how to love somebody, even though I never got love in my life. Like, it just speaks volume on how much potential we have actually. Like, how much we can actually do better than the previous generation if we actually are intentional and selective about how things, you know, can be done, how we want our future to be. That's it. Like overall, I'm just saying that it's not really bad. Like our generation is actually doing better than you think. I just wanted to give my some positivity, some hope core, you can say, because it is literal genuine truth. Like looks maxer, you know, they those black pill dudes, like they are just insecure losers. Like honestly, like I was literally watching one of the videos of Jakey, like you know, Clash Royale content creator. Like she was saying, like she's literally 5'9". Okay, that is a pretty tall girl for real, and like pretty attractive as well. And she dated somebody who was like 5'6", and he was really confident. She literally didn't had any problem with dating him. I mean, and like you get the point. Only thing is, these black pillars think like they need to look in a specific way to be in a healthy relationship to gain love, and I'm like, that is just insecurity. Everybody care about how you make them feel. They don't give a shit about how you look. Like I'm serious. Like even if you look ugly as shit, but you make somebody feel like genuinely cherished, appreciated, or like if to a friend you like listen to him, compliment and all that stuff, he will really like respect you and like think you are a valuable person. Even if you look ugly as shit, but thing is, most people look average. They don't look ugly as fuck. Like that is not even okay. Fine, I guess I will end video right now. Like it is done. Like yeah, like just Blackpill is just booming bunch nowadays. So like I had to make this video to spread some hopefulness at least. Always stay hopeful. Peace out, Girl Scout.